Rather stay anonymous as we are talking about big shot Frederick Kempe. He is the CEO of the American Council on a Journalist. It's actually a shame that such a non-valuable person sits on a valuable think tank. So let me start with the personal issues before we will switch to his unprofessional side of a leader. So a few years ago we met at a gala dinner in Washington, D.C. I was one of the representatives of an African country. So very quickly, Kempe came over and he mingled with me, which was not surprising, which as I was then considered a beautiful young lady, and at the beginning he was really interesting and nice. However, this nice conversation turned very quickly into a very intimate one, mostly on his part. Or rather, only on his part. My first reaction was that he probably had a drink or two too much, and in a polite way, I excused myself and continued to another part of the room, where I joined my other colleagues. And after the main event, he came up to me once again and asked how I had liked the evening and what my plans were after that. And in addition, he said in a very low voice and quiet tone that I am exactly his type, and that he loves women with African background, and then it had turned him on. So then I was too shocked to reply immediately, as I had not expected this from such a respected CEO, so I just remained speechless. This was just the beginning of this awful harassment, with messages, emails, phone calls over the next year or so, and throughout it all, I was so afraid to mention it to anyone, as he was so important to my boss in the country. And most of all, I didn't want to get fired and lose everything I had. I feel terrible right now just thinking about his voice, and ashamed even to mention the content. But this is why I decided to write this blog and to expose this to the public in an anonymous way, especially in sensitive times like today. However, the fact that he's holding the top position of one of the most respectful think tank organizations in the country that is doing a great job for many people around the world is what drives me in my quest to expose him. I keep asking myself, how can such a powerful person who influences so many countries and regimes use it in such a disgusting manner? I'm sure this simple investigation will shine the light on his covert businesses and how he's using his position for personal gains. There are many questionable relations he is creating and maintaining in order to fill his pockets. Gabon is a good example of an unprofessional leader. In September 2015, President Gabon almost received the prize for his life achievements.